And we're back on the SportsMax zone. Well, last Saturday, Dane Warrior Chief Nelson became the 5th jockey in the history of Jamaican horse racing to reach 1,200 career wins at Caymanas Park. The 4-time champion reached the milestone in race 3 aboard Scooby for Hall of Fame trainer Richard Azan. The Warrior Chief joins Winston Griffiths, Trevor Simpson, Shane Ellis and Charles Hossey in the 1,200 win club. He joins us now on the SportsMax zone. Welcome.
And welcome to everybody. Thank you very much for having me over here.
Thanks for joining us, and I'll start by saying congratulations again, and maybe you can talk to us about how you feel about achieving such a milestone.
Well, I really feel like a Superman, and winning so many races in my career and at a young age, that means I'm doing something great in life. So one thing I just can do is just keep doing what I keep on doing and just try to do the best that I can. Just put out everything that I have in me.
Definitely a Superman. So can you take us back to where it all started? Do you remember the first horse that you won with?
There are so many races. I know the first race I have won, it's the Guinness. It's Alcusa. That's the first classic race for me. So that is a very memorable race for me. So, yeah.
Yeah, and Dane, from then to now, how would you say, you've improved your craft? Because, that has been some time. You've reached a milestone now. So, how have you improved?
Well, I don't think I reached the 100% improvement as yet. I think I got a lot to learn. I have a lot to learn also, because even though I even ride international, it's not 100%. I think I am there. I think I'm still learning. That's why I think I getting better and better each time. Every year I keep riding. I keep getting more competent. I keep getting more balance. I keep creating more and more effect. So I guess I am not finished as yet until I finish.
Definitely not finished as yet. Any short-term goals you have for yourself for this year?
This year is just, I have to fluctuate the international side of everything. So I have to fluctuate back from Jamaica and back to Canada.
Yeah. Well, good luck, George.
Yeah, Dane, good to get the chance to speak with you, Warrior. Let me ask you this. You know what I enjoy most about you? Sometimes you're coming up the straight, Dane. You have a horse traveling strongly, and you pretend as if you are a fan of Griffiths. You'll give us the fanning style, or you go through the you go through the diamond plats.
I'm very creative, so yeah. I just sit down and I was like, okay, who I want to ride like today? Who I want to be like today? Okay, I can transform into that guy today, and then I ride like it.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying, Dane, because a lot of these jockeys, almost as if they're afraid to imitate somebody who has done very well in the business, whether locally or internationally. And I'm saying it takes personality to accept that other jockeys are good as well, and I'm going to imitate them for you, for the benefit of the fans.
Yes, and you have to have somebody that lead you on. In a sports like that, you have to have a Jajo Sang, you have to have Andrew Amjit, a Trevor Simpson. You have to have somebody that is your idol. You have to have an idol that you want to be like that person. Not 100% you're going to be like that person, because sooner or later you're going to be like yourself. But I said, you have to have some line, some guideline. For instance, Winston Griffiths is a very good guideline.
Absolutely right. Then, you know what, the thing I've always wanted to ask a guy as successful as yourself, when you go through those lean spells and you're riding the winners, you're riding the horses, you're finishing second, you're coming third, you look at the board, you're selling 1 to 9, the horse jump bad, come running on late, you can't get there, and you're going through an extended period where you can't find a winner. How do you get yourself out of that mental rut? How do you...
In that very disturbing rut there, right? It's just, in that disturbing rut.
Yes.
You're not winning any race. It is very disappointing.
So what do you do? What do you fix on? What do you say to yourself? How do you motivate yourself to come out of that lean spell?
You have to have that strong, you have to have that strong mind. You have to have a body. You have to have a body that you can operate, and it can operate you. You have to have that mind. You have to have that focus. You have to have that instinct. You have to train yourself with meditation. You have to train yourself with focus. Because, in everything you have to comfortable. Your mind has to steady. Everything has to be comfortable. You can't, have stress and be ready to go fast. no, it ain't gonna work. Because a split second can make you lose a race.
Yes.
So every tick and every tack you have to do on it. It just come like a DJ and a rhythm. If him drop off the rhythm, him just sound stupid. So you have to go like, okay, I have to just ride this rhythm. It's the same thing with a racer. So you have to always have that intelligence in you and have that like self-respect. It's the most important, self-confidence. You have to have them things in you, like believe in yourself. Say, okay, this is me, and I can do this, and I'm gonna make everything possible to make this happen. You understand? So you have to have that real strong self-confidence. You can't overexcited. You can't get cocky. You have to just know that, okay, I have to just like relax, calm. What I'm doing wrong. What kind of move I'm doing wrong in the race. If I'm moving these artists too early, or if I'm moving too late, if I'm going too wide. You know, you just want to position. It's a lot of work. But I born with like natural instinct.
Yes.
So I cannot tell somebody else how to do it. Because as I said, I born with like natural talent, natural instinct. My father is a trainer. My grandfather is a jockey. My uncles are jockeys. So you see, I surrounded by the sport.
Yeah.
Mother side, the father side, I surrounded by. So I become like a runner.
Yeah.
Like a footballer.
Yeah.
You know, born with the talent.
Yes.
So that's what I born with. So I just do it.
Warrior, let me tell you something, and I want to ask you a question on the end of it. The great Frankie Dettori, who I know you've watched a lot of over your career.
Yes.
He said, Dane, that he never learned to regulate pace until he went to the US, out of the English system to ride. So
that's why I'm telling you about my international.
Yes.
That's what's definitely now.
Yes. So the biggest difference, well, not in that. In terms of learning to regulate pace, and if you're exercising Dane and the trainer says, all right, I want 36, I want 40, 44, 45, and I want 36, or I want 19 and change, or 111. How did you learn to be able to do that on the exercise track and then to be able to do it in the race?
Oh, is speed. Because I learned how to go fast and I learned how to go slow. Because I'm here, these artists they're not fast like the other artists like in Canada. Those artists are they break the gun. So you have to know how to regulate those artists. These artists are very easy to regulate than artists overseas. And the artists overseas, they don't run.
So the Jamaican horses are easier to regulate?
They're easier to regulate. They're easier to ride. Even though you have to ride harder, like more, you have to give them more energy.
Yes.
You have to give these artists in Jamaica more like.
Yes. Are you there?
Upon the racing prospect, it's more easy because they're going slow.
Yes.
They're going like slow, yeah. The artists in Canada, they're going like really fast.
Yes.
So you have to know to regulate those speeds.
Dane, we've had
to regulate those speed and coming back here now. You just come, okay, easy.
Yeah.
Just something like I can lift up these things and just put them over there and put them like a domino.
Yeah. You've had some. In the history of Caymanas Park, there have been some big jockey rivalries because jockey and jockey are always going head to head. Which jockey gave you the most trouble, you would say, over the course of your career?
My career, because I never ride with like much of those top jockeys. I just ride like a little bit of Charles Ozzie.
Yes.
Hubert Bartley when he was like before he was, and I think Trevor Simpson.
Yes. So which one?
Tough, man.
So you're talking about some veterans, you know. So which of those veterans gave you the most trouble?
Trevor Simpson.
Why? How? Tell us.
Because when he was coming back into Jamaica, remember the time when he started to ride for Winnie Costa, right?
Yeah, man.
Yes, in those times. Remember, I just started to ride, you know. I just started to ride. Even though I used to ride Andre, but it was never for long. But
yes.
It was the longest out of every one of those.
So it's like I get enough beating, man.
But where whole if I beating him?
But you know, Dane,
it's not teach me for rough up the thing too, you know. I didn't kind of teach me the rough right.
Because I was going to tell you that the jockey I compare you to the most is Slice. It's the same style.
Yeah, because him kind of rough me and bully me, so I kind of have that bullyism there to me to that's how him ride me, that's how him train me.
Yes.
And I remember you know, at the time when he was at Winnicott, I was at Winnicott also.
Yes.
So we was like together riding and like working together in the morning. So you know we're gonna adapt some of his like lesson and like looking, like observe. So I'm gonna like observe and then look and see and then say, okay, you do it that way.
Yes.
Because remember he's a more experienced jockey.
Yes.
You have to look and then you learn. So I look and I learn because I'm a good observer.
Let me ask you the other question now, Dane. Perhaps, I know you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, so you don't have to call any name, but just agree with me if there is. Is there a jockey you know that if you and him turn for home, going down to the finish and your ass fit, him can't beat you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying can't beat me, but why am I telling him that? I don't know, I think that's the right to him check.
Are there those jockeys? Are there those jockeys where you turn for home and your horse traveling where you know it's going to be very difficult for that jockey to beat you?
Very, very, very difficult.
And you know those jockeys, right?
No, all of them.
All of them? Well, let me ask you this one, though, Dane. The fans want to know. Look, as we said, 1,200, 4 championships, some of the biggest races you've won, and the style and your rapport with the audience is tremendous. The bond between you and the fans is real.
Like, music for alright. Racing for me is like playing video games because I play video games. I'm a video game person. So it does like having fun. Yeah, that's it.
So, Dane, what happened to this? What happened to the derby?
Which one?
The derby, man. The Jamaica derby, man.
That's the only one.
Then let me ask you, what happened to the derby? Fans, someone know, Dane. What happened to the derby?
We win derby 2 times and then disqualify 1 in Canada. And Jamaica, and in the 7 years traveling to Canada, it was like 1 time or 2 times I ever get back to right now.
So, would you say that your record in the derby in Jamaica is because you haven't always gotten a horse with a genuine chance in the race?
Well, I never really got that much chance in a derby. It's just like since recently I get that.
Yes.
But not really much.
What's the difference, Dane, between riding 12 furlongs and 9 furlongs and 25 yards?
Stamina. The animal have to have stamina. You have to ride him and how you want to ride him that he can last. So it's just stamina. And then the derby are born anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just that like you can win all of the classic ratings coming up, and when it comes to derby, something just smashed up.
Yes.
Yeah. So then the derby are born, and I like always listen to that from a younger child and still a seat.
Yes.
And you can see Joan try ran some man. Remember them at derby ask, right?
Yes.
Yeah, them do much, and them to derby ask born.
Yes. Warrior, we're
just win, run 2 race pounds, derby win.
Unless your name D's a legend.
Yes.
Warrior, we're out of time, but I want to ask before we go. The best horse you've sat on at Caymanas Park, which one?
Well, I have to say she's the man.
Manita.
Yeah, she's the one that woman operates. So
yeah, man.
She's the man.
Yeah, the Diamond Mile and that victory that day.
Without a doubt.
I
ride like a lot of great animal over there, but at the same time, she's a Manita. She's a queen. So I have to give it to her.
Yes, sir. Well, Warrior, we'll catch up again, my friend. All the best to you, and we hope that you can get 1,200 more here.
No problem, 12,000 more.
All right, my friend. All the best. Big up.
Yeah,
Good. That's Dane Warrior Chief Nelson. He's a 4-time Jamaican champion jockey, and he's just hit the 1,200 win mark. It's a lot of winners to ride.
Yeah. Well, viewers, still to come, the touring English. They tour into the President's 11 bowling on day 1 of their 4-day tour match at the Coolidge Cricket Ground in Antigua. And also Burnley and Leicester, they played in today's lone fixture in the English Premier League. We'll have the highlights. Stay with us. More SportsMax Zone after the break.